The college football transfer portal has fundamentally changed the sport. It's no longer just a supplement to recruiting. For many programs, it's the primary way to build a contender. We just saw Indiana win its first national championship, largely on the backs of veteran transfers. As the 2026 cycle winds down, the focus is often on quarterbacks, but the most impactful moves are happening at every position. Let's look at the game changers who aren't playing quarterback. Starting with the most coveted skill player, wide receiver Cam Coleman. The former Auburn star was capped by inconsistent quarterback play, but his talent is undeniable. Now at Texas, he gives quarterback Arch Manning a true alpha receiver, a big-bodied target who can catch everything. Paired with speedster Ryan Wingo, Coleman is poised for a massive breakout season and could easily surpass 1,000 yards. On the defensive side, Tennessee made a critical move for pass rusher Chaz Coleman. The Vols lost their top 3 edge rushers and needed an infusion of talent. While his stats at Penn State were modest, his potential is through the roof. The connection is key. Tennessee hired his former coaches from Penn State, who know exactly how to unlock his ability to disrupt the backfield. Michigan took a calculated risk on edge rusher John Henry Daley from Utah, who is recovering from an Achilles injury. If he returns to full health, he could be the portal's most impactful defender. Before the injury, he was a sack machine, notching 11.5 sacks. For a Michigan defense losing its top pass rusher, landing Daley is a high-reward move. At running back, Georgia Tech pulled off a major coup by adding Justice Haynes from Michigan. Haynes was incredibly efficient last season, averaging over 7 yards per carry. Teaming him with returning back Malachi Hosley gives the Yellow Jackets a potentially unstoppable ground attack, which is the foundation of their entire offense. Miami, after its national title game run, had to retool. They landed 2 crucial pieces. First, speedy wide receiver Vandrevius Jacobs from South Carolina, a field-stretching burner who averaged over 17 yards per catch. Second, and perhaps more important, they replaced departing star pass rushers with Damon Wilson II from Missouri, who had 9 sacks in the brutal SEC last season. Ohio State addressed a glaring hole in its secondary by landing safety Earl Little Jr. from Florida State. With several starters leaving, the Buckeyes needed a ready-made playmaker. Little is exactly that. A versatile defensive back who had 4 interceptions and can line up anywhere. In the trenches, South Carolina made a vital move to protect its star quarterback by grabbing offensive tackle Jacarius Peak from NC State. The Gamecocks' offensive line was a weakness, allowing 43 sacks last year. Peak brings 4 years of experience and has been a rock in pass protection. Alabama bolstered its defensive line with Devin Tompkins from USC, a disruptive force who can play multiple positions along the front. And BYU landed arguably the best linebacker in the portal, Cade Oluwe from California, who is coming off a 100-tackle season and will form a terrifying tandem with a returning veteran. These moves prove that while quarterback grabs the headlines, winning is built at every position. The teams that identified their weaknesses and attacked the portal for immediate solutions are the ones setting themselves up for a run in 2026. The transfer window is closing, but the impact of these players will be felt all season long.